Hi guys, I hope you're doing well. With your wonderful support I received in response to my previous video with voiceover, I felt like I can talk with you much more. So today I feel myself more confident in my voiceover and I want to share with you more about my drawing and about me. For me, the emotions in this film are one of the most attractive things. They literally splash out at us from the screen. So today, I would like to focus on emotions and how an artist can express them through his art. My art is my way to communicate with people. With the help of drawing, I can express and reveal much more than with words, and do it in a much more sincere way. By the way, if there are people in your life who are sincere with you, who care about you, please don't lie to them as well, and please take care of them. This time, I'll start with a small warning. This video is not recommended for viewing by those for whom the topic of choosing a color for a drawing is a trigger. For the rest of you, stock up on patience and goodies because we have a difficult conversation ahead. First of all, have you ever heard of warm and cool colors? Warm red, cool red, cold green, warm blue, cold purple. So, how can you tell if it's a warm or cold red? And also, have you ever had someone tell you that all the colors in your drawing are too loud and don't harmonize with each other, even if you use the classic color triad? I've had that happen to me. And what can you do about it? Here, we directly approach the topic of not only how to study and understand the color theory, but also how to win and conquer the color theory, conquer and subdue the color wheel and express emotions in your drawing through color. And so, the color wheel. Let's remember here that yellow by default is considered the warmest color and brightest of all, while the coldest and darkest colors are conventionally considered blue and violet. Also, this is a bit of a controversial issue. Our perception of the colors depends a lot not only on the color itself, but also on what colors surround it. For example, a black cat in a dark room. Is the color of her fur black? Is black the darkest color? And the same black cat in the same room but on a bright day. Anyway, speaking about the three main characteristics of color, these are hue, value, and saturation. Hue is simply the color we see as it is and how we call it. It's red, yellow, or blue. Next, value. Remember your first simple paint set from your childhood. The value of color is how concentrated the color is or how diluted it is with water in watercolor or white color in gouache. Our favorite soft pastel colors have low value, but they are also so pleasing to our eyes because they have not only low value, but also can have a low saturation. Now, saturation. Saturation is the degree of purity of color. Do you remember the same simple paint set from your childhood? It was a set of the brightest and most contrasting main colors of the rainbow. Colors like that are also called spectral colors. the more saturated the color is, the closer it is to itself from the childhood spectral paint set, the clearer it is, the higher is its saturation. Conversely, if you add gray to the color, for example, to red, the red color saturation decreases. The same is for every color. The more gray is added, the less saturated the color becomes. Also, to lower saturation, to desaturate color, painters can mix it with a complementary one. Here, please remember about the color theory. Remembering about the color theory, I must say this is one more reason why complementary colors from the color wheel tend to look so harmonious and balanced when used together in a color palette. But we'll talk about color theory some other time. Google tells us what artists use highly saturated colors to draw attention to a particular subject, as the vivid color will stand out from more muted surrounding. And Google is just as right as it's possible. How can I, as an artist, how can I focus viewers' attention to an exact part of my painting that I feel is important and want to emphasize? Sure, by adding saturated colors there. Surround the crucial important part of the painting with areas of less saturated colors, and also add more smaller details in the important part. Draw this part in more detail. Do not overload the whole picture with details, or you will break your viewer's brain. Don't add too many details to those parts of the picture that you don't want to draw much attention to. These things are also my sins. I repeated them over and over again. This topic, a topic for another very detailed discussion. So let's talk about it another time. So, about saturated colors. This is exactly what happened to me. I always loved saturated colors, so I used too much of saturated colors and didn't surround them with less saturated ones. So my viewers couldn't figure out where exactly to look at my picture. They had that strange, disharmonious feeling. Because the thing is that these less saturated colors, friends, help our mental eyes to relax. In nature, saturated colors signal us about something very important, possibly about a trouble, very intense trouble, like, for example, a high red wall of flame or dark, deep water. Fire means warmth, hot food, but in other situation, it can also mean death and danger to our life. So, mentally, as human being, unconsciously, we feel a lot of tension looking at saturated colors, as they signal us important, vital things, good or bad, but definitely related to our well-being and survival. So, here is a good rule to correctly direct the viewer's attention and convey your emotions through the painting clearly and simply. Let your painting have up to 30% of bright saturated colors and mark with this color the object to which you want to draw the viewer's attention. The rest of the color, let them be more calm and muted, and let them shade your bright saturated colors. Okay, but what about warm and cool colors? Warm and cool red, warm and cool blue. how to distinguish them, how to use them in a palette, how can an artist make them work, because they can do it perfectly. So about this, let's talk in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Love you guys. Bye.